podcast Love here, and this is a first for my channel because it is a movie review. Now, I love anthology movies. For some reason, I feel I'm getting more for my money when I watch one of them. My favorite anthology movies are definitely Trick or Treat, hands down, best anthology I've ever seen. Tales from the Dark Side would definitely be up there, and believe it or not, Creepshow 2. I don't know why. I know the first one is better, but man, there's just something nostalgic about the second one that I just love. So, there was one anthology movie I've been hearing about for years, but man, on DVD it is like over $40, around 30. Now, I don't feel comfortable spending that much on a Blu-ray and or DVD unless it's a special edition kind of thing. Now, I am a VHS collector. I will do a video on my VHS collection eventually. So, there is one movie that I saw on VHS, but it was back before I was a huge collector. But now that I will drop 20 bucks on a good VHS without thinking about it, I thought, you know what? It's time to take the plunge and buy this movie. And that is Campfire Tales. It is an awesome anthology movie from the late 90s. Now, I'm going to put a poster of it over here so I can talk about it. Because if you see this movie, number one, look at all these famous actors who got their start in this movie. I'll talk about them in a second. Now, when you notice that, okay, it's these four actors right over here, and then a man with a hook hand or a hook in his hand standing over the fireplace. You might think this is a slasher movie if you don't know it's an anthology movie. Yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Now, before I get into the movie, I want to talk about people who are in this movie. Well, I had the IMDb listing up. Okay, here we go. Campfire Tales. Okay. This really blew my mind as I was watching the movie last night. Okay, James Marsden, who has been in a lot of really cool stuff. Amy Smart, who has been in so many cool comedies. Just Friends is probably my personal favorite. Then we got Christopher Masterson, the older brother from Malcolm in the Middle, and a lot of other good stuff. Then Christine Taylor, Ben Stiller's wife. Jan from, no, I'm sorry, Marsha from the Brady Bunch movies. Huge actress right now. Glenn Quinn from Roseanne fame, and a lot of other really cool stuff. I think he had a stint on Angel, and he was in another really cool horror movie, Dr. Giggles. So, really good pedigree of actors right here. So, like I was saying, it is an anthology movie, and it starts off very, very cool with a black and white story set in the 1950s about the Hookman urban legend. Now, it is probably the shortest because, again, it's just the opening. It's not even 10 minutes long, but it's pretty cool. You quickly see that it is, again, just a story being told by our four actors, Christine Taylor and the brother from Malcolm, Christopher Masterson, are part of the four kids. Their car has run out of gas and they are stuck in the middle of nowhere. They find a campsite type of thing, so they decide to sit there and just tell campfire stories. The first one stars Rob Livingston. Again, I was blown away. I didn't know he was in the movie. Him and his wife are traveling from Long Island to Las Vegas on their honeymoon. They're in this giant RV, and their RV gets stuck. Some other stuff happens, and these winged creatures are coming after them. Now, you never get to see the winged creatures, but you do hear them and feel their presence, and it is a very, very cool story. Highly recommend this movie, like I've been saying. Very cool opening segment. Second story is about a little girl who has an online friend that she chats with. Now, this was 1999, so the chat rooms are, well, the private chat they're in is a better way to say it, is laughably bad by today's standards, but I could imagine back in 99, people's minds were blown by it. The little girl tells her friend that her parents are going out for the night, so it will just be her, her older sister, and their dog. And as you can probably guess it is not another little girl on the end of the line. It is in fact a older man who is a psychopath. That's all I'm going to tell you. What I will tell you also is it is very much like a scene from the classic urban legend. In fact, I'm going to say this. If you want a very cool double feature, you cannot go wrong with watching Urban Legend and then watching this. In fact, I'm more than sure this movie was heavily inspired by Urban Legend because they're kind of similar. Yes, Urban Legend was a slasher movie, and this is an anthology movie, but there is very much that flavor of Urban Legend in this movie. The third story is about a guy traveling through town. Traveling across the country on his motorcycle. He stumbles upon this house, and that is all I'm going to tell you. Well, I gotta give you something. There is a ghost in this house, and man, was it a cool story. If I had to rank the stories, honestly, it would go the Hookman Urban Legend, definitely. The one I just told you about with the guy traveling across the country on his motorcycle. Then the couple traveling across the country. And then the one with the little girl. There's something happens in that one. It's a cliche in horror movies that I absolutely hate and always turns me off. It's like uh, rape in a horror movie, and then, well, unless it's, right for the story and, all of that, like Joe Bob says. And this one other thing, again, if I say it, it might make you not want to watch the rest of the movie, but yeah, that is the weakest story in it. Now, the wraparound with our four teenagers is also very, very cool. There is a twist when it comes to them. Wow, the fact that I just said there's a twist, you probably might know it is right when you start watching the movie. But yeah, that is it for this review. Again, my first review on here. I'm a filmmaker. I'm not good in front of the camera. I'm great on the mic talking on my podcast, but man, I need to start getting better at this. So I'm going to do my rankings on films from a 1 out of 5 scale. And Campfire Tales definitely gets a 3.5 out of 5. It's again a very, very good movie. It's just, man, some of the stories were too similar. Like the couple traveling in a motorhome, and then a guy traveling in his motorcycle on his motorcycle. I wish the Hookman Urban Legend would have been a bit longer. It's like maybe 8 minutes, not even. I think if that would have been 12 minutes, or instead of the opening, maybe the first or last story would have made it even better. And then the one thing that always just bothers me in a horror movie, that happening kind of messed me up. But still, I am very happy that I purchased the movie. It is worth the $20, but I have to be honest, I'm not just going to give a movie a great review because I paid $20 for it. But yeah, hey, have you seen Campfire Tales? And if so, what are your thoughts about it? Please let me know in the comments section. And like I always say, if for some reason you liked my incoherent rambling and stumbling upon my words, I'm going to ask you to do me two favors. Number one, hit that subscribe button. And if you're feeling especially kind, hit the like button. Thank you so much. Have a great night, evening, or morning. Bye bye.